Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Turf Today podcast. Man, I had one of those sneezes that started a cold. Like I was fine, minding my own business, and hit one so hard that I don't know, there's no coming back from it.
At least it wasn't a fart that turned to a shit.
Can't say that hasn't happened recently, but no, I'm
Wow.
struggling right now.
Okay.
Nothing hit the pants, nothing hit the pants, but
Yeah, there's underwear in between those, so that means you still soiled something, you sick fuck.
no, we're good. I get one a year, right? And we're in
No,
early
what
March.
rule is that? Is that a
I
Canadian
thought that
law?
was, I thought that was like
One a
once you become an
year?
adult. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Yeah, once you become an adult,
Wow, one a year. Okay. Welcome to the show, folks.
didn't take us too long, eh? Somebody gave a shit for not introducing ourselves last week. So I'm Trevor. That's Adam. You've been listening to this for a year, so you know
That
who we
was,
are by now.
did you do that on purpose? Because that was backwards.
Of course. Well, we like
Oh
to have
my
fun here, don't we?
God. Not introducing, dude, okay, that's fine.
Well, I guess big question is obviously we got to shout out Beats by Wooga with the new beat, the new intro track.
Yeah,
You like it?
I
You like?
did.
Yeah, I
I
mean
like
it's a
it.
good change. I don't know about other folks. I had a few people reach out saying they really liked it,
I only
but
had like 3 or 4 death threats.
hopefully people like it. So let us know. You like the new one or we go back to the old one? What do you think?
Nope, too fucking bad. Episode or season 2 gets the new one, whether y'all like it or not. Too bad. Season 3 will have a new one. Also,
Beats by Wooga is always cooking in the lab, so never know what he's going to come back with. I think he's just going to keep getting better and better as we go.
yeah, I mean,
Obviously, you got to give a huge shout out to Mark Prier and Steve Cajun. The boys are putting on the hockey tournament up in Niagara Falls. I know we mentioned that a little bit last week. The boys from Ottawa pulled off the win, beating Michigan in the finals.
the
It's
Sioux.
a tough team. Yeah, man, they were good. They had a short bench too, and they brought it. But I don't know. I think we had few more guys with a few more legs and scored a few more goals. So it's
Few,
exciting. But
few more dogs.
a few more dogs, yeah. But it's definitely a tournament though. If there's people that are interested, we want to try and get more and more folks in, more teams from the States, maybe more teams that represent schools, because something that can grow and be a lot of fun for years to come. It's something I look forward to. If you guys want any more information, reach out to us because putting in a team isn't that hard. You just got to get the guys together and we'll send you all the information you need to plan it out. Reach out to us, let us know. Like I said, those guys did a fantastic job. I know I'm missing some names because there has been a long list of people that have helped with that tournament for a long time. All right, and before we get to our interview with Brian Laurent from the Superintendent Network, here is a quick word from our newest sponsors, the Andersons.
It's aerification season. Are you ready? The Genesis RX line of products represents the most comprehensive fertilizers the Andersons has ever assembled, combining dispersing granule components like Contact DG and Humic DG with minor elements, microbials, zeolite, and more. These homogeneous blends are designed to reduce the complexity of aerification fertility and accelerate turf grass recovery. Learn more at andersonspro.com/Genesis.
Fellas, what's up?
Oh my goodness. He is here.
Thanks for having me.
What a backdrop. I'm the loser here with this white wall. You guys are all like set up all fancy, and I'm taking down my wife's stuff so that I can sit here and not have a halo.
I don't know. I miss the wreath, Trev. The wreath's always nice.
Are you seasonal with your backdrops every now and then? You do wreaths and like
No, it's up there
Halloween
all the time.
decorations and
No, she'll put up bits and pieces because I can't stand it, and I'm not going to help her put it up or take it down because I don't want it up. And so she'll do minimal, and she'll take care of all of it because she enjoys it. And I mean,
yeah.
when she sets it up, she does a great job, so I do like it. But no, there's a wreath behind me all the time. There's the
Yeah,
nail.
see that? Yep.
Yeah, but I don't hang it up because then I have this like an afro. And
Your halo.
Oh,
yeah,
it always looks good.
You
yeah.
sound like me. So if you're in charge of decorations, like Christmas decorations, just stay up basically year round.
No, they just never go up.
They just never go up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still in that box.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm
Love
not
it.
putting them up. Oh
Love it.
man.
So you guys mid recording here or what?
Oh yeah, we're full on. This is
Love it.
go right now. We're off the
Yeah.
jump.
Love the flag collection there, Adam.
Yeah, you got a couple up there. It'd be
Yeah.
nice to get a few more over the years, but
Yeah,
definitely a
it's
good
like
start.
Sick poster too.
Well, I mean, we're working on baby number 2, so I might lose this room if that happens. So
That would not be a quiet room.
no, exactly. Season 3 be coming live from our basement.
It's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
So where are you joining us today from, Brian?
Finally home. So I'm in Powell, Ohio, just outside of Columbus.
What's the weather like there right now?
It's all right. It's all right. It was I think it was like 50 today. So we're in like I think our third fall spring right now. So slowly kind of making our way into it. You know, we've had periods of 60s and then it dropped down to freezing with snow and then 60s again and just back and forth. It's just another normal Ohio winter. So that's why I'd like to travel a lot in the wintertime so I don't have to deal with all the crappy weather here.
Hmm.
I
You
was
were
gonna say I don't think the city board wants you on right now after saying it like that.
Yeah, no, definitely not going to be out recruiting any visitors to the city anytime soon for, yeah, with speak like that. What are you guys up to? Grinding away? Getting ready?
trying our
Trevor, you're
best.
you're nonstop already, right?
I'm nonstop 365 days a year.
Yeah.
It's
There's
we
no
got
off
like
season.
half an inch of rain last night, so we dealt with minor flooding on some of the course today because that's all it takes. And yeah, just still no equipment, no nothing, just making it look green. That's about
Yeah.
all I can do.
I hear you. And Adam, how's everything in Canada?
Oh, tarps are coming off right now, which is exciting.
Keep your shirt on.
Usually, I mean, usually there's a little bit more snow before the end of March. I know a lot of people keep their snow tires on just in case, but it's
Yeah.
warm enough right now, so tarps have been coming off, and guys are out driving around the golf courses, so it's people are getting excited for golf.
Yeah. It's go time.
Yeah, it's that
It's
time
the
of year.
season, man.
Seasons still blow my mind.
Yeah, it's you just have the same thing every day.
No, we have seasons. We have shorts and t-shirt season, and we have hoodie and pants season. That's
There
it.
you go. Okay.
No in between.
No, not really. Maybe a hoodie and shorts. You can do
Oh,
that.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then later on in the day, it just becomes the golf shirt, t-shirt, and shorts, right?
There's no golf shirts. It's always t-shirts out here.
Yeah, always
Oh yeah.
t-shirts.
Oh yeah. It's t-shirt country.
T-shirt
Love it.
golf. Yeah.
Love
Oh
it.
yeah. T-shirt
You
golf is
said
the
you
best.
you said goat's your place, huh?
That's right. That's home right there.
That's such a cool spot.
Yeah.
It
Can't wait
is.
to
Adam.
get back out there next year.
Oh, it's changed so much too. Adam finally got a taste of it
I loved
before
it.
we went out
Yeah.
to Arizona.
That's one of those spots everybody's got to visit. If you're a golfer and you travel around golfing, going to Oceanside and checking out Goat Hill Park for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Just the hang afterwards too, just
Hmm.
hanging around the bar and got the fire pit. I remember I went and visited Laz
Yeah.
years ago. And like I got out there at 5 a.m. and they already had the fire pit going out there ready for players to start rolling in. That was awesome. Nice
That's
little
right.
welcome touch.
Yeah, Laz is still there. He's cruising around. They've changed a bunch of stuff around, added new bunkers, moved greens, flattened them out, made them bigger. It's been nonstop.
So has that been like since Ashworth took it over? Has it just been
It's been on a straight ride up. Yeah,
really?
that roller coaster is still climbing. It's been incredible. And Ash is out there on his own with a rake and a shovel doing things with the guys. Like John Ashworth is an amazing person when it comes to anything like that. Like such a humble dude and just grinds. It's awesome. They put a spotlight on number 9 now for playoffs at night. Like the upgrades have been insane. Yeah, they moved that fire pit and built a whole new little patio area. They're putting in like a permanent food truck and built a whole new practice green. It's insane. It's so
That's
sick.
awesome. Would they
Yeah.
ever go the route of like grass clippings and install lights for
I
fully
don't
lit
I
experience?
don't know if the city would ever allow it, and
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool, but it's such a gnarly track
Yeah.
that I personally I'd be worried about some dipshit flipping a cart.
There are
Yeah.
definitely some
There
spots
is
and
that.
drives
Yeah.
from tees
Yeah.
to greens and greens to tees and everything. I get a
I
little
mean,
little crazy.
they've carted Path out a lot, at least carved it flat and everything, but I couldn't trust the type of folks who would go there because I mean
Yeah.
it's as you know it's not an easy track. Like
No.
you can't really be like a 25 handicap and go out there. I mean obviously you can, but like you're gonna lose a lot of golf balls and it's gonna be a struggle. But if it's going to be night golf, I mean, we saw it at grass clippings, when we weren't there for our functions. There's a lot of people out there just like, oh, this will be fun. And, they're just, for lack of a better term, a bunch of slapdicks who don't belong on a golf course.
Trying it out. Have you played Emerald?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Emerald's
fun
all right.
time.
It's
Yeah,
just, it's 17 of the holes are the same club. So it's a little boring, but the greens are really fun.
yeah, they are. Yeah,
Yeah,
some cool options up there.
definitely. Let's hop back in. We can talk about Oceanside all damn day.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we usually like to take it back a little bit. So tell us what it was like growing up in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
It was great. My dad was the director of grounds at Saucon Valley. Nice 60 hole property there, about 45 minutes north of Philadelphia.
60 holes.
Yeah, man, it was, yeah, that's right. That's your spirit city, right, Trevor?
That's right.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I mean, was very fortunate, got to grow up there around phenomenal golf, but dad loved golf. So as a kid, I hated golf. Kick myself every day now. I had all these facilities in my backyard that I had all sorts of access to, and I was too stubborn to try and take it up at an early age. But yeah, no, cool area. Get to New York City in an hour and a half, to the beach in a couple hours, DC a couple hours. I mean, it was just a really, really neat spot to grow up at.
60 holes. That's
60
Yeah.
holes, man.
Yeah.
jeez.
700
Talk about that
some
crew.
acres.
Like how many guys or men and women were working on a crew like that?
A lot, a
Just
lot. I
said
can't remember.
700 acres and you could still finish that question. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to know how many people are out there.
Yeah,
That's a
so
good size shop, lots of gear. Like,
I've got a book here somewhere.
There's got to be more than one shop. There's not just one
Yes.
maintenance shop for that. There's no chance.
Yep. No, they have two shops, so they operate. So the way it's
That's
set
still
up,
not enough.
yeah, pretty much. It wasn't at the time. So they operate two courses out of one shop, and then the other one has its own shop. The Wayhole course is the one that operates out of its own shop, and that used to be the golf course solely for Bethlehem Steel Company. And then the club acquired it, over the years, and now they've made a separate clubhouse over there for it and all that kind of stuff. And it's my favorite of the three golf courses, but since it was separated from the main clubhouse and all that, no one ever went down there. So whenever I go over there to play after work, I mean, it was wide open. I just zip around there all night long. It was great. But yeah, I'll have to send you guys a picture. He had for one of their, I don't know if it was their 75-year anniversary book that they did on the club. He's got all of his equipment laid out. It's on probably a 10-acre plot of land where he's just got all of his equipment, all of his people, and everything. I mean, it's pretty impressive, very impressive. So yeah, there were lots of people to take care of 700 acres.
and what were you doing at the time? What was your kind of go-to?
As far as just what was I into growing up, that kind of stuff, or
Or
what?
like, were you working at the course with them? What different jobs were you doing?
Yeah. So I started out working for him for 2 seasons. And as the son of the boss, you tend to be made an example of.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was one of those things where I'll remember this for the rest of my life. Good employee, showed up early every day, all that. Our house was literally right across the street from the shop, so I had no excuse to be late. My dad would wake me up, and I'd either go with him or walk across, whatever. But the one day, I showed up like 2 minutes late, and I see my greens route is leaving, so I missed my greens route, so I got thrown on bunkers. And I'm out raking my first bunker, and one of the assistants rolls up to me, and he's just kind of apologetic. He's like, "Hey, Brian, been a great employee. First time you've ever been late. It's my second season out there." He's just like, "But your dad wanted me to let you know if you're ever late again, you're fired." And so I'm just like, all right, well, in hindsight, I get it. Like, all right, that maybe, I guess, understandable. Maybe a little harsh though for a 16-year-old kid or whatever. First time ever in 2 years being late. But after that, I'm kind of like, hey, I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily want to be the example out here for anytime anything goes wrong. So I ended up going working in the shop for a couple years, caddied out there a bunch. which was always interesting because some of the loops that I had didn't know my dad was a superintendent out there. And so some of them would be bashing the course. And, of course, having to play the politics game at a large private club, you kind of have to bite your tongue a little bit. And so it made for some interesting days on the golf course. But yeah, no, so I saw all sides of the operation again, from maintenance to bag room to pro shop to caddies, you name it. Did it all out there. It was great experience for sure.
You guys hosted a couple senior opens out there too, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. So while we were there, we had the 92 Senior Open where the notorious Larry Loretti claimed his victory. And then in 2000, had it again, and Hale Irwin won that one. The cool thing about the 2000 Senior Open though was my dad actually played in as a marker,
No
and
way.
in the first group. I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. I was working for NBC. I can't remember. I was a runner or something for the TV crew. But my brother got the caddy for him. Dad played in the first group. I think he shot a 76 or 77, something like that. So
Not
he
bad.
held his own out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was just a cool experience. Really, really neat to be around tournament golf at an early age, and especially cool to see Pops be able to get in there and play with the big guys. I think Nicholas and all those guys were in it, so got to play with the legends.
Yeah, and hold his own too. Like, damn, that's an
Yeah,
extremely respectable score.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was a stick. Dad could certainly play in his day. So it's he we've had some good family battles over the years for sure.
Yeah.
So the best though, he'll kill me for telling the story. So last year when we played in the GCSAA championships, and where was it? Where was it before Phoenix? Orlando?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
last
it
year
was
in
Orlando.
Orlando. Yeah.
Yeah. So we played it was our first time playing in the best ball together, and he hadn't played regularly in years. He's had cancer and literally every joint in his body pretty much replaced. So he's a little rusty, but the first tee, he steps up and takes a big lash at it and all that. And he's looking up at it and whatever. And we're standing back, and where'd it go, Brian? He literally topped it dead into the ground, and it went backwards a couple feet
No
on him.
way.
So it was a legendary start. Got the day off to a great start. So it was awesome. He recovered after that though, fortunately.
Nice, nice. Yeah,
Oh
you can't let him live
man.
that one down.
No, oh, dude, I never will. It was great. My son actually did it over the weekend when we went out playing. So I was fortunately I was recording it, so we sent it over to my dad and
Nice.
made sure he didn't feel alone.
You should have just said, "Hey, it skips a generation."
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'll probably be the next one to do it, so it'll come back to me for sure.
Oh man, that is too good. So, are you working at a golf course now? What is it? What is it that you do? Tell us about that.
I started something 2 years ago called the Superintendent Network. So I was never a super, grew up in it, been around the business my entire life, was in association management for a while and started using video to send updates to our members. We interview, talk to turf pathologists or whoever, just talk about the conditions, what people should be thinking about. And it's sort of all evolved from there, and had people reaching out to me asking if I could come do special projects for them, and just kind of found a little bit of a niche with video and telling stories about the industry. And so yeah, 2 years ago, launched nationally with the Superintendent Network, and now I travel the country and tell stories about the people and places of the business, and do some custom work for clubs. I'll do about 2 or 3 renovations a year where I'll come out and help document the process, create member update videos that they can send to their membership to give them an idea what's going on the course. And yeah, so just kind of travel around, living the dream, getting to meet some great people and see some incredible golf courses.
I'm gonna say, man, sounds like your job sucks.
Yeah, no
It's
kidding, eh?
it's
God.
not too bad until you're responsible for your own revenue stream. That's when it always gets a little tricky. But
Fair enough.
yeah,
Do you
that's
get to
why I
play
like to
some of the
say,
courses too?
well, Not really, because when I travel, I'm usually in and out pretty quickly.
Right, right. It's business, right?
So I've got 4 kids here, and so I try not to be away any longer than I need to be. But yeah, on occasion I'll take the clubs. I do about 7 or 8 tournaments a year these days, so it's
Nice.
kind of tough to just slide in next to Jordan Spieth or someone and start hitting balls and scrounge for a tee time during a tournament, but be kind
Yeah,
of fun.
looks like looks like you'll be at the PGA Championship, Charles Schwab Challenge, the Memorial, the U.S. Open, the Rocket Mortgage, the Tour Championship, the Junior Am, which isn't that abandoned this year?
No, the
Uh,
Junior Am is at Oakland Hills in Detroit this year.
Ooh, and
Yeah.
then the U.S. Am as well. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that is quite the
Yeah.
schedule.
It is. It's a full schedule. Yeah. And I've
Mhm.
got 2 projects going on in Dallas and one in Indy. So we'll be making the rounds this year for sure.
Heck yeah.
Getting all
Is
those frequent flyer miles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get all those
isn't
miles, save them up for vacations.
oh, it's not Dallas. Isn't the new PGA headquarters close to Dallas, or is that Frisco?
Yeah, yeah. So it's just outside of Dallas. It's in Frisco. Really, really cool facility. Was out there a couple times last year. They hosted the senior PGA championship out there last year. That was kind of their grand unveiling of the I can't remember if that's the East. I can't remember exactly which one that was, but yeah, they unveiled it for the senior PGA and spent a couple days out there with Roger and the team, and really impressive. Just the facility overall is just really cool. Great hotel. They've got a huge public area with this massive TV that they'll show movies on, show games on. There's a big 2 acre putting green right next to it, where they'll just invite
Yeah.
the community come out and use it. They've got a bunch of bars and restaurants and indoor top golf, outdoor top golf. They've got you name it.
Hmm.
It's nuts.
What's the
That's pretty
over under
cool.
on how many walk mowers it takes to mow that green?
That's like 3 people's full day of work right there is what it would be.
I
Wow.
really hope they use a tripod. Maybe, oh, you
They
know
do.
what?
They do.
How sick would it be if they laced up like a fairway unit with the slicks and dropped the reels down and mowed that thing with a 5 deck fairway unit?
Just to make it
That'd be
work.
sick.
Efficiency at its finest right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure
But
someone's
yeah,
tried it somewhere.
yeah, I think we were out there. I saw a Mona once. I think they had 2 triplexes on it, and
Yeah.
it's definitely time consuming.
That would take a
I've
while
seen the
for
one
sure.
abandoned that's a square acre and it's huge. I couldn't have two. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's
Insane.
definitely not the job that I would want that day, especially if you had to walk it, right?
Yeah.
Although that's all you got to do all day. You know
It's
where you
true.
got to be. You
It's
know what you're
true.
doing.
Yeah.
It's
Get a
not
little
that
bored of
bad.
just going back and forth all day.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Guys do it for years. Guys that cut fairways and stuff, cut the same fairways every
That's
couple
it.
days, back and forth. Can't
That's
get them off
it.
the machines either. They
I
love
was
it.
gonna say, guys are always fighting for those jobs, aren't
Oh
they?
yeah. Yeah.
It's
Those are
the easiest job in the world. Are you kidding me? Oh, you have to do one little turn and then sit there and just chill for however long. It's the easiest job on the planet.
yeah.
Just throw on the Turf Today podcast and go.
Away you go. Just watch out for the public. That'd
Shameless
probably be
plug.
your biggest
Hell
problem.
yeah. Or just hit them.
Or just hit them. Yeah, well, there's that too.
Then again, you wouldn't be working there after you hit them.
That's it. That'd be
No,
your
yeah.
last route.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a way to go out.
That's a good story, right?
Oh man, what did you do? I hit Chuck on the 11th fairway.
Yeah.
His funeral's
Kind of
next week.
reference you think they'd get? Try and move on to the next course.
That's retirement right there.
Yeah. You're blacklisted probably.
You don't even turn the machine off. You just walk away.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Not even have to bring in donuts the next day, right?
I'm only getting them for myself.
Yeah. Do you guys have a punishment for like when guys run out of gas on property or something like that?
We have a red hockey helmet. So it's an old red hockey helmet with a white cage. So
You
if you
got the
mess up
stupid helmet,
the
huh?
Jofa bucket, yep. Put it on.
That's awesome.
That's phenomenal.
But
I
it's
What a
don't.
also
shame.
hilarious to see that guy driving around or that girl driving around with that helmet on. It's hilarious.
Oh my God. I would,
The whole
yeah.
day they've got to have it on the whole day or what?
No,
Just
no,
the
it's
rest of the
it's
shift?
usually just for people to see it, one of those
Yeah.
things. I
I
have
think you,
thrown it on Buffalo blowing a fairway one time. We had a bit of a blind tee shot on this fairway, so I was like, I'm putting the helmet on. Who cares?
Keep it with you just in case.
You never know.
Oh, it's
I,
great.
I don't have a big enough property to worry about that.
Somebody messing up or wearing a helmet.
No. Most likely what's going to happen is the machine's going to break before it runs out of gas. So
Yeah.
there's no punishment. It's more or less just drive up. Hey, what happened? Okay, well, don't be stupid next time. Like, you know, usually it's someone just getting stuck and you just look at them and you're like, really? Like, that's a wet spot. Oh, I know.
Same
Yeah.
people, the same spot every single time.
No,
Classic.
when that happened,
Yeah.
that last guy that happened to, he's no longer there,
That's
not
good.
dead. But yeah, that was a pain in the ass where it's like, dude, you did this yesterday. Like, how far is your head up your ass that you can't see? Like, dude, oh God.
All
Moving
right.
on
Let's get this
before I
thing
get too
back on the
fired up.
rails here. I
What
know
rails?
Brian, you do a fantastic job of telling stories. I know I love going on and watching some of the videos that you've put out. I think our followers would really get a kick out of being able to go on and follow some of the stories you've told and produced. One of the ones that I wanted to ask you about, maybe you could tell our listeners about, is Michael Brewer and that story about his son.
Yeah, so I think Michael was obviously all over social media, and a lot of people were familiar with his son Grady. Had a heart condition and had a lot of challenges, obviously, with Grady. But yeah, so I went out right when I first got started. Went out and visited with Michael and told that story, and just an unbelievable family. Him and his wife Jenna, just amazing people, and did anything and everything they possibly could to help Grady and just give him the best possible life. So it was neat, went out there, told that story. Certainly emotional. We were having the conversation. He was tearing up. I'm tearing up just asking the questions because as a
Hmm.
father, I mean, you could only imagine what that's like. So it was nice to be able to go out there and meet with Michael, learn a little bit more about Grady, about the condition, and then just ultimately figure out ways to help. So we ended up doing a t-shirt campaign with them. Um, and we ended up raising about 7 grand, I think, just selling Grady Strong t-shirts and
Hmm.
sweatshirts and stuff. And they were able to use that money to go down to San Francisco and take Grady to go down and see some specialists down there. So, yeah, just kind of get a little emotional thinking about it right now. I mean,
Hmm.
the human side, I mean, I think you guys all know what it is on the agronomic side, right? Everyone's kind of dealing with the same battles with different resources, maybe, but we all have our own stories. We all have things that are challenging when we get home, things you have to overcome to get to where you are or whatever. So that's really what I like to talk about.
Hmm.
Really like to focus on the personal side of the business. There's plenty of phenomenal resources out there for the agronomic side of the industry. So being able to go tell stories like that, raise some awareness for what's going on, maybe raise some money for someone to help out. That's really the rewarding thing for me to be able to do. So I actually was trading some texts with Michael the other day. So I'm hoping to be able to go out and see him again here sometime soon, do a little follow up with him. But yeah, just a remarkable family. Obviously, we unfortunately lost Grady. I think it was late last year. But yeah, just a again remarkable people, just true inspiration. I think they inspired a lot of people within the industry to never give up. I think Grady was certainly a trooper at such a young age and taught a lot of us some pretty important lessons.
Yeah, that's huge. I think you nailed it there with the inspiration. It can be a tough story to tell sometimes, but it is very
Yeah.
important to be able to tell those stories and show the men and women that work so hard in this industry. And yeah, we
Yep.
definitely appreciate you doing that. And I think it's just going to keep growing and growing, and more stories will be told, and more men and women's kind of personas will come alive, because a lot of times you don't know and don't hear from the superintendent or the people behind the scenes, right? So to be able
Yeah.
to get a little more connection to your own golf course or to courses you've played, I think that's really important. So we're right there with
Yeah.
you, man. Whatever we can do to
Yeah.
support you and help you out, we'll try and share
No.
as much of that stuff as we can.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, keep doing what you guys are doing. I mean, it's this industry is about the people, right? So the more opportunities that you have to go on and hear other people's stories, that's when I first launched it. Um, John Riley was actually the first video that I put out. And I only knew John from Twitter as, Turf Monkey Boy or whatever. He's, just a hilarious guy making great posts and all that. And when we sat down, he just kind of started getting into his story. And, again, another one that just kind of got emotional, him reflecting on, his development as a human being, and how he was able to get to where he is and some of the regrets and failures along the way and stuff like that. And it was just so powerful when that first one came out. It was almost by accident. Um, and just after that, the response was amazing. Like, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing those stories. And I'm going through similar issues at home or my own life and all that. It's great to hear other people are experiencing similar things. And um, again, just kind of letting people sympathize, empathize, whatever with one another, and being able to just understand they're not alone out there. And it's really, I think, helped certainly along some of those lines for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I know myself getting into the industry, it seemed like there was a lot that I didn't know and a lot to learn and a lot that's kind of bigger than you, especially when it comes to the
Yeah,
science and stuff. And it's nice to know that it's very relatable across the industry and people have a lot to learn and there's lots of steps to take and you need to kind of make mistakes and learn from different people. So it is
yeah,
good to, relate to other folks and be able to hear these stories and where people kind of came from. Because even the stories we told last year and some of the people, didn't know what they were going to do with themselves. And then all of a sudden they're working at a golf course and now they have this great career and they have a family and they know what they're
yeah,
going to do with their life. And it's amazing. And the more of that we can put out, the better.
yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I need a hug.
Virtual hugs here, guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bring it in.
Some
Bring it in.
wow. It's good to talk and like bring up that because like you think about what we do. It is such a small community, but we are so tight.
Yeah.
Like you look at other industries that do the same thing. There's like a lot of fighting and a lot of like competitiveness, and it's like
Yeah.
all of us. It's very very rare. Even like sister courses that do kind of have like quote unquote beef. It's mainly just to
Yeah.
be better, and it's to have fun. And if something really hits the fan, everyone is going to come to your aid is with whatever they can, and that's what
Hmm.
makes doing this like such a special thing to do. And it's
Yep.
yeah, I
Yeah, no,
can't.
you're right. It's, where else are you going to see guys from competitors coming to lend a hand? I mean, it's so unique. And the identity of superintendents, I mean, you see some sides of it where people get so entrenched in the industry and, maybe good, bad, or different, but like how many guys do you see on social media platforms that say, Mike the accountant or something like that? But how many like turf guys, how many Mike Turfs, and it's just, it's people's identity, and it's a big industry, but a small community. And it's the best part about it, right? Getting to know the people.
We've all been through a lot of the same experiences too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything about being on the course or working on the course you wanted to tell us about? Any fun stories or things that you just, good memories of being out there?
I've got I've seen a lot of stuff out there. Not a lot of it I can share publicly, unfortunately, but
Fair enough.
we can sidebar sometime. Got some pretty fun stories from all the tournaments and whatnot. But though, I'll tell you what, one story that really stands out for me on the golf course, and it's got nothing to do with anyone working on the course or anything like that. I think I was probably, I don't know, 10, 11 years old. I was pretty young, and we just got done family dinner. We went out to eat somewhere, and we were just, dad wanted to take a ride through and just double check on everything before we went home. So we go to his Wayhill shop, which is the separate maintenance facility, just the one course operates out of it. And there's this car just sitting there at the bottom of one of his barn parking lots. And so, dad, God damn it, what's this person doing? And goes up, talks to the kid, whatever, finds out it's a college student. Lehigh University's right up the street. He was all pissed off because he flunked his test. So him and his girlfriend were probably, drinking some beers, doing whatever in the car over there. And so dad's like, dude, you can't be here. You gotta leave. So guy gets all fired up at my dad. We get in the car and we're just sitting there waiting for him to leave. He just burns out of this parking lot, hits the barn, ricochets off that, runs down, hits a tree, goes across the first tee and into like I think it's a 6-hole fairway bunker.
My
Just
God.
car just nosedives right into the fairway bunker. That dude takes off running. I think the girlfriend's still in the car. And so again, I was so young. Um, we went home and, dad's like, all right, well, I'm going to get you guys home. I got to obviously call the police. I got to go take care of this. So we do that. And I think it was maybe a day or two later. Like we didn't know if they ever found the guy or anything. Me and a buddy and my brother, one of his buddies, are sitting downstairs watching a movie or something. It's dark. And my dad's a little bit of a smart ass. He went upstairs and got like a stocking or some hose or something, put it on his face. We're still terrified that this guy's, on the loose or whatever. Puts this hose over his face and just comes up to the window and just starts blasting out the window and scares the living piss out of all of us.
Oh
But
man.
not a ton of great work, funny work stories, but just fun things like that growing up on a golf course, and just the stupid things that some people do after hours. And
Crazy.
you guys have seen it. You've seen all this stuff. You come into the golf course and they leave all sorts of fun stuff on there for you, or someone took a night cruise out there or whatever. It's crazy.
I can't help but think that, like, do you think that's how that dude broke up with that girl? He's ripping away.
100%.
This shit's over, and she's like, no, it's not. And he fucking bangs into somebody. He's like, yeah, it is. No, it's not. And then they hit bunker. He's like, I'm out of here. It's on you.
Yeah.
Sorry about your car.
Can we do that story over again? I'm just going to use your side of it.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to roll with that one.
You can use it from here on out because that's
I
the
love
first
it.
thing
I
I
love
thought.
it.
As soon as we went to the bunker and dipped out of the car and left her, I'm like, he fucking dumped her right there.
He broke up with her. Yeah. He had enough.
That's where my mind goes because
Yeah. That's, I'm good at telling stories with videos that I can put together, but man, I'm a horrible storyteller getting on a podcast. Plus I've been up for 38 hours straight right now.
Oh wow.
Okay, so there's a story in itself.
What are you doing?
Not that exciting. Well, I was out on the West Coast the last couple of days. And just had a red eye. So I got up yesterday, 6 o'clock or something, West Coast time, 5:30 West Coast time, and then had a red eye last night from San Fran to Charlotte. I just don't sleep on planes, so I binge watched all of the Full Swing, the season 2 of that.
Nice. No spoilers.
Don't break it. Haven't
spoilers.
watched
I'm not. It's excellent. It's worth a watch.
Okay, there we go. Nice.
But yeah, so I just didn't sleep, and then I came straight home and had to go pick up my kid for doctor's appointments and run kids around to lacrosse and hockey and dinner, and then here we are.
What about
Okay, so
as you got
hold
a
on.
little?
I have tiny breaking news just because I've been watching this show and it just happened. My wife's at Disneyland. Her birthday was yesterday. We've been watching Yellowstone. I don't know if you guys have watched that.
Yes.
So good.
Amazing.
She apparently just bumped into Casey from the show.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's tried to call me. I'm like, babe, I'm on the podcast. She goes, but I sort of bumped into. She's like, it's Casey from Yellowstone.
Wow.
Why isn't she FaceTiming you and get Casey on the
get him on the podcast.
All right,
let's go.
I'll tell her
You better have his cowboy hat
See
on.
if she can pull some strings, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
is
on
this
the
show, man?
How on earth did you guys grow so quickly on Instagram?
I honestly like to think that the turf today itself is kind of run by the community because most of the stuff we post is just stuff people send us. So like we do a little bit of searching and trying to find different things to mix it up a bit, but most of the time it's just things that people are filtering to us. So it's mostly community run at this point.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's a great model.
Mm-hmm.
Kicking butt, man. You guys are doing great. I'm gonna have to come do a story with you guys here soon.
Yes,
That would be. You guys are ever together in the same city. I mean, how frequently you guys ever in the same city?
So, well, it's only happened once, and we actually all got to meet there. So we can wrap up our show here today with all of us being in the same place and having an absolute blast at your tournament.
Yes.
At Grass Clippings in Arizona. That was really cool. And I'm pretty sure I did when we were there, but thank you for having us. That was unreal. It was super fun. I'm bummed that we didn't make the second round, but
it was tight.
It was tight. It was a lot of good golf. It was a lot of good
Yeah,
golf,
that one trundle putt we had,
dude.
I still think about it. I know.
Trundle putt. Yeah, we
Bro,
did. We messed up one shot. We only had one bad shot as a team. I think we
and that
finished
was it.
one under or one over.
One under, and the
Yeah,
two under was
we
what got in. So we were
Yeah.
we
just
missed it. Yeah,
I was shocked we didn't have any chip offs. Like I was planning for some pretty intense chip offs there to play the
I
way
was
into the
hoping
playoff.
because I was gonna dominate said chip
Yeah.
off.
yeah. Trev
You
was pretty
guys already
dialed in.
decided who was going to
Oh
take
yeah,
the chip. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. I sunk a
that's
few putts for us, but Trevor was doing
yeah.
most of the legwork for sure.
Yeah.
That
Dude, there's
was
some sticks out there. There's
that
some of
was
those
fun.
guys can play.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was fun. That was an absolute blast. The championship belts were killer.
Yes, well done.
That was a phenomenal idea. Yeah, I hope that
Thank
there's
you.
going to be more and we can do more of them. Are you going to try and do one in San Diego?
I've started making some phone calls.
Nice.
Maybe we should
So
just do a conjoined tournament.
let's do it.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Perfect,
You've got all
because
the contacts out there anyways.
Yeah.
I do and I don't. My biggest thing is the logistics of getting everyone away from the conference for the day because we don't have
Right.
night golf out here.
Right.
So I
So
found one. I
Loma
found one,
Club,
but what's that?
Loma Club.
No, so there. I actually think I found a couple of them, but only one of them seemed to have a decent routing that'd be conducive to what we did at Grass Clippings.
Okay.
But it said they're under renovation. They're fixing all the lighting and all that kind of stuff out there. I can't remember which one
Hmm.
it was. But I looked at that. I was actually thinking about coming out early. It's just I'm trying to coordinate around different partners' schedules and all these different events.
Yeah,
Because you
that's the
don't
tough part.
Mhm.
yeah, it's brutal trying to find a day to do it. So I'm actually thinking about doing something. I kicked around the idea about doing something maybe like on Friday before, because a lot of people that come in and play in the golf championships, and even a
That's
lot of
right. Yeah.
guys from around the country will come in, Wednesday, the week before, hang out with buddies, play a couple days of golf, and
Mm.
either go into the golf championships or just, straight into the conference on Monday. So I was kind of kicking around the idea of doing something Friday, and I was actually thinking of Goat Hill on like that Friday before. I thought would be
The only
fun.
downfall of Goat is that it's about 45 to 50 minutes
I
away
know,
from the convention center.
I
Right.
know.
So, I
But
mean,
at that time, if it's early, I mean, if guys come in on a Thursday, stay the night, do some sort of opening reception Thursday night potentially, and play some golf Friday and get after it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Make it a big deal.
Make it a
So,
big deal.
if you're into to team up on it, I'm absolutely in because I'm not doing
Oh,
all of that again by myself. Not that Adam didn't do anything. It's just that it's hard for him to help up in Canada, and I took the reins on it and held on him way too tight. So it's on me.
You did
But
a
like,
great job though,
golf,
Trev. Brian just sucked all the
yeah, he
electricity
sucked
out
all
of
the
the course.
fucking
I wasn't going to
electricity
bring
out.
it up, guys. I wasn't going to bring it up. I didn't know if you guys still were a little
That's
salty
what.
about it or what. I mean,
But
There's
obviously
we
nothing
stuff
to be there's
happens.
nothing to be salty about.
and we
You
haven't
think
talked
as
about it yet either. We should
yeah,
probably
it
let people
happened.
know. Like we played the tournament the night before with Brian. It was amazing. It was
It
lights
was
out.
so sick. No, it
And
wasn't. It
then
was lights
No,
on.
Wednesday was.
and then the next night, the night of the Turf Today Cup, we get there and the lights wouldn't come on. And it was very unfortunate. But I will tell
I've
you this, one of the coolest things I noticed about that night is that everybody in our tournament, all the greenskeepers and superintendents, everybody involved, were so apologetic and so on our side and felt bad. Whereas all the
Yeah,
people in the skins tournament, all the people that were still just going to play the course, they were all pissed and crabby about
yeah,
everything. This just shows
well,
our industry and,
so
and how
right.
good everybody is.
not only that, but Pete and Brian and oh
Jimmy,
my God, Jimmy and we're missing one more, Scott.
Gotti.
We're all like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. What can we do? Blah blah blah. Like, and we're like, dude, if this is ever gonna happen to a group,
Yes.
this is the group
Yeah,
to happen to because this is the
right.
one group that's gonna be like, well, dude, shit happens. It
Shit
sucks, yeah,
happens.
but fuck, what are we gonna do, man?
Yeah,
Things
yeah,
happen. Imagine if the sprinklers just popped on and got stuck on. It's kind of the same thing. Like things
yeah,
happen, dude.
Hmm.
yeah.
And so that was a monster bummer. So like Rob, my cousin who came down, like Adam and I got to play in yours the night before, and we played during the day before that tournament and with my cousin, but he never got to go under the lights. And then we had a bunch of people just show up only for our tournament.
Only for the
We didn't
tournament.
get to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it. And it was such
It
a
was a
bummer.
bummer.
But again, it's no one's fault. Shit happens. It
No.
Did you
blows.
guys pivot and just go to the bar?
A bunch of guys
I
did, yeah. We ended up going back home. We were sitting in silence for a couple minutes, and then it was like, I didn't even think about that happening.
Yeah, it
I
never
was
even
like,
never crossed my
like
mind.
the lights, like
Yep, never. So what it is right now they're not hooked up to like city power.
right.
They're running on
Yeah.
generators.
They're in the
So they
Right.
city.
couldn't get the generators started, and I guess that was the fifth time that it's happened in 2 months since they started. And
Mhm.
so they had the big good tournament, which that was the only thing that really hurt was watching all these dope ass tournaments happen
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
And then having people that I know like Chris Trott go out there and playing it and be like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Like, yeah, fuck you, man. We, you know. But they bought 2 generators after that.
Yeah, they were ready. Yeah,
good.
they
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
messing
So
around.
they were ready for everyone else but us. But I'm just kidding. Sorry, that sounded like a shot when it wasn't meant to be.
It's
But
all good.
No.
Those guys are great about everything, honestly.
they were
Like,
phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's like
Outstanding.
I told Pete they need to hurry up and buy something in San Francisco and have it ready for us next year. I mean,
Seriously,
or it's
get
San
on it.
Diego, excuse me.
Yes, please,
I
San
mean,
Diego, not San Francisco. No one wants
yeah,
to go there.
no, that's where I just
Yeah.
was. I've got San Fran on my mind right now. So
I'm sorry.
yeah.
But I think you're going to see it more. You're going to see it more popping up in different places. It's the cool way to make money
It's
and
incredible. You
grow
just
the
got to
game.
find. You got to have the noise ordinance. You got to have no houses. You have to have the perfect
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I mean the overall concept and what they're doing with the grass league and all that. I mean, it's really cool. I'm excited to see how it continues to evolve. We got power outage coming. Speaking of generators going out, looks like Trevor needs to plug back in.
I was gonna die.
I was gonna say
How
all
fitting.
that talk of generators going out, power going
Oh
out.
my god! I should have just let it happen.
You
That
should
would
have just
been
let it
brilliant.
happen. Yeah.
All right, see you guys out.
We're breaking up. See ya.
Jesus.
So what's next for you guys? I hate to turn it around, but what's next for you guys? Where do you see this thing going?
Yeah, like this is can't be a full-time job for us, obviously. So it's still just a side gig and we're having lots of fun with it. And as it grows, it's something that becomes more popular with people and with different companies and stuff. So we'll see. We did
Awesome.
notice, and Trev could attest to this. We met I'd say a lot of people that were younger than us that really, were involved in the show and love Turf Today. And so, we kind of realized we're hitting a lot of that younger demographic. So over the next few years, if we could work with some schools or, work with some of the up and coming programs and stuff like that, it could be really good.
We
Yeah,
actually
absolutely.
had Stacy over at her booth saw me as I was walking, and she was talking to some college kids. She's like, "Oh my god, it's the guy from Turf Today," and I was like, "Yeah, that's cool, thanks." And like came over and like talked to him, like, "Oh, we gotta get a picture with everybody. Like you're famous." And I'm like, "No, I'm
Yeah,
not."
nice. Signing autographs on there and
Yeah.
everything.
That's one thing
Did
we
you have to
didn't
carry
do.
a Sharpie with you?
That's one thing we didn't do. We did talk about that, but we did get asked to be in a lot of photos, which was really fun. It was really cool to be able to meet people who listen to the show because it's like to me, it's very special to do the show. It's very fun to be able to talk to people in the industry, but like I'm just another superintendent,
Mhm.
It's nothing special, but it was pretty cool seeing people like, oh my god, like this is really fun. Like you've got us like more into it and like inspiring people. So that was pretty
Yeah.
neat. It definitely keeps me coming back because I have to stare at Adam's face all the time. And
Yeah, I didn't see the extra side of this. Like when we started it, it was all about the interviews. We just wanted to let people talk. But the Muffin Man and Voice Talk Dave and Renshi and some of this stuff has kind of come out outside of the interviews, and I think that's created a little bit of fun. And if guys are on the triplex or on the fairway mowers for how many hours a week, and we're only able to give them an hour and a half of fun, it's almost like some guys were not happy that there wasn't enough there. So I think we can just keep providing the fun, light side of things, and people come on and just feel like it's a talk at the shop.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is just sitting here chatting like you would at the bar or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so just to piss people off while they're on the mower, what's your go-to snack on the road? Like what do you like to eat? What's
Yes.
places to go?
Peanut M&Ms,
Solid.
beef jerky, or some kind of trail mix, and gummy bears of some sort. So
Fuck
I
yeah.
kind of go back and forth between like what is it, the Welch's and then like
What's the gold package? Yeah.
Haribo.
The Haribo.
Haribo's.
Yeah.
The
Those
Haribo's. Those
are
are
bar none. Top tier gummy bear right there.
yeah. That's what I
Top
get in
shelf
my
gummies.
Easter basket every year for sure. I mean
Oh shit.
that's
Yeah,
it.
that's a good basket.
Yeah, it
Nice.
is. Yeah, it
Keep
is.
those fucking Cadbury eggs. Give me them berries.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's always the go-to. It's that and Diet Cokes, man.
John Daly special.
Yeah,
That's
the
it.
John
Yeah,
Daly
plug in
special.
for 8 hours on a trip and just load up with all the junk food. I mean, so I've gained all my weight back. It's like I'm on the road all the time, so it's impossible to eat well when you're constantly
Yeah. Not
traveling.
unless you want to drop $30 on an airport salad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's so good. Yeah, with the 2-day-old chicken and all that fun stuff in it. It's
Right?
great.
Like, why does this look like it came from 7-Eleven? All right, cool.
It did. It expired from 7-Eleven and went to the airport.
Checks out.
All right. Well, this is fun having Brian on. Trev, you have any more questions we can from the crowd that we could ask?
Let's see.
Oh boy.
From the show, Maddie Rodrigue.
No.
Whatever have been nice to have that Yeti cooler. I don't know if you heard about that one, Brian, but good Lord, that was funny.
How did you guys not make that happen?
He wasn't there, man. He didn't follow the rules of the
Oh,
contest.
oh.
Yeah,
What
it
happens
was-
when you're a loser, Maddie? Revis 80 or 38. Besides the public, yes. What is the biggest challenge you foresee in 2024? This is actually gonna be a good one for you, Brian. More on the consulting side of like trying
boy.
to get these courses up and going. What's the biggest I can guess what the biggest challenge 2024 putting a course together would be, but let's hear it from you.
Oh man. I mean, I feel like we've been beating the labor issue with a dead horse by now. I mean, it's like that's just the constant struggle, it seems. But I don't know. Have you guys seen that that's picked up been a little better these days?
Absolutely not.
No, yeah.
Job boards seem to be the same size.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
have
Job
seen now?
postings.
I've seen a lot more curiosity. I've seen a lot more people with not a shred of any kind of relevant experience kind of putting their toe in the water.
Yeah.
So that I think that's kind of picked up. And I think it's also because around here the starting wage is a smidge higher
Yeah.
because we have to keep these guys around. I think that's kind of piquing some people, and if we can snag 1 out of 5 who apply to that and enjoy it, I think that'd be a pretty good W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And along those lines, I really hope that what we're doing with social media, you know, the Superintendent Network, Turf Today, people like Turf Fiends, Real Turf Crew, like the things that we're doing with social media and getting eyeballs on our industry, you hope that we get more kids involved and interested, and maybe just people
First
that are
tee, man.
golfers,
Or
right?
not, yeah, first
100%.
screen.
First screen,
First screen, yeah.
exactly. Like I
That's
really
it.
hope that the social media is going to be able to push people into our industry.
Well, I mean, you see, I mean, just you guys, all the views and followers and everything. I mean, there's only what 18,000 golf courses in the United States. So let's say there's 18,000 head superintendents and a couple assistants, so forth after that. So you're reaching more people that are outside of the industry. And so whether it's educating current golfers on what's going on or introducing people that have no clue to it, you're certainly, I mean, social media has just done incredible things for this business and being able to expose a different side of golf, right? I mean, I look at TikTok and a guy just changing hole locations gets over
Oh.
1 million
Oh,
views.
yeah.
It's like, what?
The-
It's
Screw the
crazy.
views. Look at the comments, man. They're
Oh yeah, I know, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
They're
yeah,
always
you
so
go down
good.
a rabbit hole there.
Yeah,
Oh,
we haven't
God.
posted a hole changing video in a while.
I
Yeah.
get people
Piss
who
some people
tag it.
off?
I get people who tag it going, bring it on. Like
Yeah.
they'll post it and be like, yeah, let's
Roast
fucking
me.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
I did it
goodness.
just to test it out. Like my kids are on TikTok all the time. I have accounts. I focus on Twitter mainly. That's where I've just had my success, and I have Instagram and I dabble with it. Not to nearly obviously to the extent that you guys do, but just as a test, because that's what it seemed like. All these videos that literally it's someone doing a slow motion changing of a hole location with background music gets like all this attention. So I tried it. I have a bent grass putting green here at my house, and I just went and I know. Ooh,
Ooh, la-di-da.
Big deal.
it's the best one in the neighborhood. It sucks, but it's the best one in the neighborhood. So I've
Nice.
got that going for me.
How dope would
The
your
only one in the
neighborhood be if
neighborhood.
there was several?
Yeah, exactly.
I know,
Hang on
I
a
know.
second.
We've got some
Steve, are you
synthetics.
in your
I mean,
yard? I'm putting my shot in here. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. But I tried it, and it's like, I don't even know. I got thousands and thousands of views just on freaking pulling a plug. Like, come on. Like,
Maybe
I
we should
don't
start
get
that.
it.
The hashtag for it should be "You could do this too."
That's it. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boom.
I love
Um,
it. Trademarked.
not that quick, not in California. From George Cross 14, if you could change one thing in our industry, what would it be? And I think we could kind of cross off a later labor shortage
Yeah.
as an attack. But other than that, what's one thing you
Um, it- from a different perspective, I wish we need to do a better job of educating the public about just the differences. And instead of complaining about whatever, let's use it as a learning opportunity. I see a lot of guys that are going and whatever happens at their golf course, they'll just take to social media and complain about X member that did XYZ. Well, let's use it as a learning opportunity. And
Mhm.
the other thing that just drives me nuts is from the other side of it is just continuing to hear golfers that I think are somewhat educated on what's going on when they say, well, this guy up the street, you guys hear it all the time. Well, that guy up the street's running 10 or 10 and a half, 13, whatever it is. Why can't we have those greens? Why can't we have those bunkers? Why can't, it's like, well, what's their budget? What's their climate? What's their resource? All those things. Like, we just need to do a better job of educating the public on stuff like that too. I mean, I think that's just one of the things that you guys are trying to do with with what you're doing. Something that I'm trying to do, and especially on the tournament coverage, showcase just how demanding it is to get a golf course to be tournament ready, because that's all people see on TV. They don't see the 100 people that it takes at 3:30 in the morning to go out and get that thing ready to go, and then everyone 100 people back at 4 o'clock in the afternoon just to rinse and repeat. So I'd love to see our industry do a little better job of promoting ourselves. Probably didn't answer your question very well.
No, it's on
It's the
point.
lack of sleep.
Yeah, I nailed it.
I agree completely, other than the fact that the public just doesn't give a shit to listen.
100, you're true.
And I'm not talking all of them. I'd give
Yeah,
it maybe 40%, and those are the 40% who come out in the afternoons and get fucking hammered and do donuts on
yeah,
the course and don't give a shit.
yeah.
Um,
People lose their minds when they get a cart key, don't they?
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, they completely forget how to drive, and they
Yeah,
lose all respect for everything. And that's why I love a place like Goat Hill Park, which I'm gonna beat the death on talking about. But the locals there, including myself, we hold other people accountable. You see someone
yeah,
doing something wrong, you go, "Hey, dude, what the fuck are you doing?"
yeah,
And so I think establishing that at your clubs or at other clubs that you go to is, you educate the few who are there all the time, the ones who care,
yeah,
and they start enforcing, and then they see someone will see them enforce. Oh, you know what? I can speak up when I see Jimmy dipshit over here doing donuts in the tee box. I can go, hey, dude, what are you doing?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
I think that can go a long, long way, but that takes quite some time to build, and there's always going to be that outlier. But it's never going to stop. But yeah, I think educating those kind of folks, the ones that'll
What do
listen,
you,
obviously.
yeah. What do you
Mhm.
guys see? What do you guys see on the inside of it?
A change that we'd want.
Yeah.
I getting equipment on time. I just ordered all new stuff. It's going to be 12 months to 17 months to get anything.
Well, so and here's the thing with that too. It's like they're not getting paid until you get your equipment, right?
Yeah, which
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
not it's
It's not
not
that
the
they
re
don't want to make
it's
money.
it's not the seller's fault either. So people who are
Yeah,
getting pissed
right.
off at their Toro reps or their Turf Star
Right.
reps or their John Deere, it's not their fault. Stop bitching at them. They want the
Right.
stuff just as much as you do because, like you said, they don't get paid until they get it, until you get
Yeah.
it. So like, settle down. Like, um, yeah, and that's a pipe dream of wanting that to be better. I
Yeah.
wish
Yeah.
I could order it. Oh, it'll be there in 2 weeks. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Lifesaver. Well, and that's the thing too. That's a trickle down effect, right? Because you get a lot of courses that are waiting
Trundle.
on that new equipment to arrive so that they can get the hand-me-down equipment from that other course. And it's just there's that whole trickle down effect that impacts more than
Yeah,
just the one
That's a
facility.
good point.
I'm that last trickle right now.
You're on the
Yeah.
trickle.
No,
Yeah.
I'm the last trickle because I always go raid guys' graveyards to see what they've got out back that I can use on my greens. So
Nice.
Yeah, I don't have anything
there's
to give you, so you have more than I got. I guarantee you your mower is better than mine right now. I guarantee it.
well, I've got a 2006
Same.
Toro Flex 21.
Oh, so you actually have a
Oh,
Flex. I actually don't even know what year mine is, but it's pre 2006 because my newer mower is a 2006. It le-
yes.
it leaks from the valves that control it, so if it goes up a hill, it goes slow. I have to have teeth on my tires for the green because if I didn't, it would slip and slide on the slopes because it's so damn slow.
Oh, he's making it happen.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love my greens rolling out of 4. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Just Velcro.
Dude, it is Velcro. I've seen a ball get stuck on the middle of a steep slope.
Oh, damn.
But that's how the course was designed, right?
No. I like thank you for trying to make me feel better about it, but no. No. I
Taking
want
it
my
back to
course.
its
I wanted
roots.
to roll it like no, the roots were bent grass. It was all bent grass, and now it's all
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
POA. And right now
Ah.
it's all the seed heads popping up, so it's even slower because I didn't spray for it because I don't like to because we have bare patches everywhere, and this is free seed. So if you guys see my salty peppery greens, they're still healthy as shit, but I'm using the seed from elsewhere. So fuck off when you complain about it.
There's grass.
I'm being resourceful. My shit is all green. It's healthy. It's very, very thatchy because I also don't have verticutters. So
How many rolls of duct tape do you go through a year?
Yeah, seriously.
thankfully I don't, but I chew a shit ton of gum.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, there you go. He's a gum chewing mechanic.
No, I'm a little more crafty than that. I can weld some stuff together, screw and put holes and
Nice.
pins and things like that. I'm a little
Dude,
more
you
crafty
guys
than
are-
duct tape.
Yeah.
You guys are all resourceful, man. If
We
there's a
have
way,
to. It's
you'll
adapt
find
or
it.
die. Yeah, it's
So,
adapt or
exactly.
die.
Fix
You
it
have
or
to.
you're not doing it.
Our motto is do what you can with what you got. And for what we got, I've got a pretty decent little track.
Nice.
I would go back there just quickly a little bit, just piggyback what Brian said about maybe the stigma, and trying to educate the public and the stigma of our job just being, the help. There's a lot of
Yeah.
professionalism that goes on out there. There's a lot of science that goes on, a lot of planning that goes on out there. You got to be a, good team. And I don't know, I've always hated the folks that just walk by you and pretend like you're invisible. We're not to put anybody's jobs down, but we're not working those jobs where you're just pushing a broom. You might be pushing a rake here and there, but you're doing a lot of different things and you're part of a
You're pushing a
big,
rake, you're doing it wrong.
you're part of a big moving animal almost, right? A lot is
Oh,
going on
yeah.
with the golf course, and for us to just be looked at as the help, I think it also goes into, kids trying to get into the industry and stuff. If we're looked at as one of those jobs, maybe it's not as attractive, but if it is a professional job and people are, putting a little bit more emphasis on taking care of the greenkeepers and putting more money into the golf course, and it could really help both those sides. So that's what I'd like to see change, is just that stigma of us.
If the golf course maintenance industry is an animal, what kind of animal is it?
A big fucking dog, bud.
Slobbery dog?
Just roaming that golf course.
See, that's not professional though. I'm going bobcat. It's small but fierce.
Bobcat speaks a
Yeah,
couple different
bobcat.
languages.
Man.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, it's a little shaggy, because we
Yeah.
get beat up. Yeah, I think bobcat.
Oh, man.
What a
I don't
stupid
even know what I
question,
would go
right?
with. I was gonna say, like, I'm not even prepared for that question. Like, man,
I
I
wasn't
don't
either.
even know how to follow that up.
I was just going with turf dog because that just makes the most
Well,
sense. But
yeah,
a
of course.
bobcat,
Rookie.
Of course. Well, you guys are all about the cats of turf too, right? Who's Adam? You want a cat of turf, don't you?
No,
You're
that's
not
Trevor.
the dog guy, are you?
I'm
Trevor?
the dog
Trevor,
guy.
you're not the dog guy? Okay.
Trev likes his cats.
Fucking
Okay.
A, dude.
Okay.
Cats don't bark, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't have to pick up a cat's shit. I don't have to have a cat sitter.
Yeah, but you'll get
yeah,
all the attitude in the world, though, won't you?
I have enough fucking attitude to show that thing who's boss. I am the leader of this pack. The cat sleeps on my chest. I don't sleep on its chest. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, everyone knows who Simba is in this bitch. All right.
Oh, beautiful.
The fucking rails are gone, guys. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
It's all right. It's all right. You guys seeing the salary trends continuing to rise in your area?
It's
No.
been slow. Like it's been a bit of
Really?
a trickle year after year. You've seen it, but it's only at the high end clubs, though. Really, right? Like
Yeah.
Yep.
that's where you're seeing it. So hopefully, it's
I've
something
seen-
that does get better. But
I've seen the opposite of it where there's these lower end munis that can only pay X amount. And like I look at it, I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm doing that shit for that. Like,
Yeah.
no. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty rough. I mean, it's tough down here in San Diego though. We are like one of, if not the most expensive place to live in the state or in the country. So like that makes it kind of tough,
yeah, hopefully it's something that gets better. But it does come down to the golf courses putting more money into that. You allocate more
Yeah.
money into your golf course, you're gonna get a better
Well,
golf
it's more
course.
people
You're
going
gonna
and
make
playing
more
too.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to
absolutely.
make more revenue.
every golf course is full right now. I mean, if there's any time where it should be happening. I mean,
Apparently, there's some big shortage of tee times or something in LA. I've got a lot of friends up there who do a lot of
That's great.
content things. And well, no, I guess I just saw one of them post they're putting together a little series about that, and they're like, "Hey, if you live in LA and you want to talk about how you can't get a tee time anywhere, like let's talk about it." So apparently, there's something going on in Los Angeles. Why would
so
you
it's
want to be there?
funny you say that. Literally, when I was in California this week, had a guy tell me that someone uh wrote code to create a bot to go and gobble up all these tea times and then
Wow.
resells them.
What a dick! Fuck that guy.
I know, I know. That's where we're like, I mean,
Ruin it for the
ethically,
rest of
that's
us.
just a total dick move and it's awful, but it's also kind of genius.
Yeah, for a scumbag.
Yeah, for a scumbag. But
Yeah. It's a
so
get
yes,
rich
it's funny you
get rich
You're
say
not
quick
that
wrong.
scheme.
because
You go
he was
strictly business. Yeah, that's
yeah, yeah. Oh,
killer.
total
That dude's a
dick
total
move. There's no
dickhead. Like,
question. No
yeah.
question. But yeah, that's so funny you mentioned that because literally we was just having that conversation yesterday with the guy sitting at the bar after a round. He was
That's
saying
wild.
he can't get a tea time anywhere because this guy created this system where as soon as the times are released, he created some code where goes up, buys them, and then he resells them for, $30 more and, makes a nice little penny off of it.
Wow. Trevor is that guy.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to spill the beans on your business.
Oh man, nah, fuck that guy. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Ian Foster, 2024 goals either for show or golf course. Let's see if each of y'all's there by the end of 24. I mean, we kind of already talked goals on the show, I guess.
Yeah.
So you got to write them down, right?
I
Be
would
held
say,
accountable.
hey, if we could get to a place where we put on a really nice tournament next year at the conference with the Superintendent Network, that would be a pretty fucking
There's the goal.
good
I'm
goal.
with that.
If we could make
Although
that
it
happen.
technically wouldn't be in 2024, it'd be in 25. So we really couldn't.
No.
We'll have it
Well,
set by the end of 4 because it's what? It's
yeah,
February is the show. So.
yeah,
That's right.
registration will have to be live by, November.
Boom.
Boom.
There you go, Ian. Usually you ask better questions than that.
That's
Well,
okay.
when I say better, I mean funnier ones. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was a
he's
great
been pulling-
question.
That guy's been pulling
Great
tarps for a
question,
couple
but
days. He's probably a little tired.
He's a little tired.
Yeah.
A little tired. Darren's Fox, I think we can all answer this one rather quickly. Have yous ever played a links course?
Not a true links course,
Not a
but
true links course. No.
an American links course, if that counts.
There's a couple American ones that are pretty true.
Yeah. I haven't played like any of the
Gerhardt on the Oregon coast is a pretty true links.
that looks
Mm.
awesome.
Gerhardt's so sick. I
it?
fucking love Gerhardt. Yeah, Gerhardt's amazing. And the 2 times I've played it, it's been pissing down rain with 40-mile-an-hour winds, and it was still awesome.
Wow.
Bandon's kind of linksy. Old Mac.
Yeah.
Old Mac's
Yeah,
pretty
I would
linky.
go.
See?
Yeah.
Did the story out there, didn't play it though. Yeah.
Talk about heaven. I'm going back
Licking my
next year.
chops, walking around that place the whole time.
It's
Oh, I
amazing.
bet.
Yes.
We talked
Yeah,
about
I played
Cabot.
links. I love links.
Mhm.
Yeah. We
Nice.
got to get Terry on here.
Terrence,
Terry's one of the supers out there.
that would be
He's
good.
a buddy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of the caddies. Caddy would be fun to have on here.
Yeah, we haven't had a caddy yet. That'd be a cool one. I'm sure they have some
Yeah.
fun stories.
I was gonna say, you want to talk about
Guarantee.
stories?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You've
Yeah.
seen it
I
all.
see it all.
Those Looney Tunes. You know, Brian.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I think that's all I got
13
questions wise. Yeah, I think that's good. We can
Right
wrap
on.
that up.
Awesome.
Come
Well,
on.
this has been a good one. I know Trevor's got to get back on the bench, and then he's got a hot date tonight. And
Wait, with Shane?
with Casey from Yellowstone.
that's right.
That's who my wife's with, apparently.
your wife, yeah.
Yeah. If your wife doesn't come home tonight,
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Casey Dutton, it's a good looking dude.
you know what? Yeah. If she
She
wheels
goes,
him,
oh, what did she say?
good for
So she goes, she's with her friend. She goes, Emma wanted to go in the single ride line. I couldn't get a pic with him. I was like, oh man, that's cool. He goes, he's really tall. I said, well, you're short. Maybe a few inches taller than you. Totally had a beardy stash too. So that's nice. And he goes, I don't remember his real name. He was in plaid though. The plaids escort rich and or famous people. So I guess there's people in plaid at Disneyland that help the famous folks get around. She's there.
the Disney cops.
Oh yeah, the exclusive package.
Apparently
there.
they're
Yeah.
called the plaids. I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, it's like
not a
a
big
whole
Disney
cult,
guy.
right? I mean, the whole Disney cult. I mean, all the
Yeah.
different
We are
experiences.
not going down that fucking rabbit hole, my
We
friend.
cannot
Yeah.
open that
No.
can of worms right now.
Nope.
Pay for the air.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no
Yeah.
thanks. Why do you think I'm here? It
Yeah.
wasn't just to do the show. There ain't no chance I'm going to fucking Disneyland.
I thought you just stayed for
Yeah.
just for me. I was here. I
You know
thought it
what?
was
Just for
special.
you. I
Yeah,
love Disneyland more
appreciate
than
that.
anything, and I stayed just for you.
That's what it was.
Amen.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Just like the guy breaking up and that chick in that
That's
story.
it. That's it.
So there you go.
Perfect.
We'll go with
Full
that.
fucking fairy tales tonight.
Love it.
Well, this has been fantastic, Brian. We really appreciate you coming on. I feel like we might have to get you on at another point, maybe even bring you on as a guest host at some point too. It'd be fun.
Love to.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, we're gonna do it. We got to do a live pod in San Diego next year before our tournament.
Perfect.
let's do it.
Look out for the Superintendent Network Turf Today Cup.
It's happening.
Love it.
That'd be
Love
fun.
it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Those are always a good time. So yeah, let's stay in touch, guys. We'll definitely get something moving.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Sounds great, man. Thanks for coming on. Go get some sleep. I think you've earned at least 10 hours.
Yeah, definitely.
Kids don't have school tomorrow, so I can sleep in a little bit. That'd be
There
nice.
you go.
So,
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah.
right,
Thanks a
brother.
lot for hosting us at
All
the
right.
tournament again, Brian. That was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming on
Absolutely.
today.
Yeah. Look forward to catching up again soon.
All right.
See you fellas.
Hell yeah. You want to bang out some of these questions because it's grown.
It's gotten a little bit bigger.
Yeah. So new rule going forward, guys. You get 2 tops.
2 tops? Yeah.
2 tops.
We can't get out of control here with some of these questions.
2 tops. So let's knock out some of these quick ones. Jordan Cloth goes Creed or Nickelback.
Well, I mean, I got to say Nickelback being
Yeah,
Canadian.
well, dude, and Nickelback's just a better band. Nickelback is not a bad band. If you guys hate on Nickelback, then fuck you. Like
They do get a lot of hate for sure.
dude.
but-
They do, and they rock, man. It's a great band.
Mhm.
Stop the Nickelback haters.
Yeah, they've done well lately too. Played some good concerts. People are big fans of them.
Rob the Greenskeeper.
Oh, boy.
It used to be Rob from Tinder.
Formally.
You guys, you bring me down here to come, dude. If you don't know that reference, too bad. Look up Shane Gillis.
Oh my God. The fact that he nailed that on the patio within meeting that guy after a couple minutes.
God. Okay, context for everybody else. So Shane Gillis has a bit. It's not even a bit. He was on a podcast with Theo Vaughn, and I don't know what they're talking about, but the way that I found it, it was in like a meme video where it was a guy showing off a golf simulator, and it's got Shane Gillis sitting there. He's on the pod with Theo Vaughn. He goes, "Are you bringing me down here to come, dude? I'm like, you trying to get me hard?" And that's what he says. And so the whole Arizona trip, that's what we were saying. Whenever something cool happened, we'd be like, dude, really inappropriate and hilarious. We met Rob at Traditions at his course,
Yeah.
and we're chilling, having beers, and he hadn't heard us say it yet.
No. We just sat down.
We just sat down. He got us all beers. It was great, which was silly because he was hosting us. We tried to buy him a beer. He refused. So it was awesome.
Yeah, no, he covered everything.
out.
Like that's how you host a group.
Yeah. And then someone said something. He's like, "You trying to get me to come, dude?" And like just instantly in the group.
Yeah, part of the group.
Like,
Let's go.
Yeah. And we lost our shit. And he was like, "What the fuck just happened?" We had known him for what, all of 3 minutes?
Yeah. It was fresh. It was very fresh.
That
It
was so funny.
Yeah. So anyways, he asks.
That's it. He just put that.
He just wrote that.
Yeah. He's just chiming in.
Nice. Well, what's up, Rob? It's good to hear from you, bro.
So good. All right, we'll knock out some Orty dogs. First off, he goes, "Trevor, how do you feel about now your best player retired from football?"
That is a big one.
So first off, he wasn't our best player. Second off, he's better than literally everyone on the Cowboys except for maybe Michael Parsons. So shut up.
Yeah.
Big bummer. Stoked for him, obviously. Bummer for the team, but he's the 36-year-old center with 3 kids. If I'm in his shoes, I'm retiring also. It's plain as day. If you claim to be an Eagles fan and he didn't tear up during his retirement speech, you're not a fan.
It was a tough one for sure.
So, and then he goes,
He'll be fine though. Endorsements and stuff, he'll be fine.
he's already gotten millions.
That's what I mean. He'll be all right.
You know how much money they make on their podcast?
They must do well. Well, what isn't their Christmas album? Like, wasn't it top 10
Yeah,
or
they've
something
come-
like that?
They made 2, but dude, I listen to their podcast because I love Jason Kelsey, and Travis Kelsey's growing on me, and they're great on the show.
Nice.
Okay, he goes, what is the quickest time you've done setup for the morning?
That's a good one. Ooh. I mean, if you're just moving pins, like if you're just moving pins, I don't
You got to
know that.
define setup a little more because like it's different at every course.
True, yeah. If you're moving the tees, if you're responsible for ball marks or different things like that, then yeah, it can be longer. I'd say if you would have to do an express route, you could probably get them done in an hour. 18 holes, you're flying. But I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
go
be
with setup as in moving markers and cutting cups. I think that's the bare minimum of setup. Obviously, you can have just a hole changer guy. Like
yeah,
when I worked in the Central Valley, I just moved markers and cleaned the bathrooms and blew the cart paths. Like that was me
right.
doing setup. And then there was a hole changer guy.
Mhm.
I'd say yeah, hour and a half
Hour and a
if you're
half.
moving markers,
If
cutting
you're doing
cups.
both, yep. You
Yeah,
got to be moving. Like you can't stop. Once you
yeah. You
stop,
got
like,
once you get in a groove too, you can really cook through that.
oh yeah, you're moving.
Okay.
You got to get
Did you
some good
guys
plugs too, because if a couple high plugs or a couple messy plugs, then all of a sudden you're tacking on some time.
be better?
Be better at your job. Fuck.
Did you guys start full swing season 2?
I just started it the other day. I thought maybe we talk about it in a couple weeks once people can kind of, dive into it a little bit.
Works for me because I haven't watched it. So,
Perfect. So come back in a
okay.
couple weeks. No spoilers. We'll talk about
Yeah.
it.
Side note, all from Ort Wino still.
Yeah. This guy's
What does your designated wash area look like?
uh pretty good sized pad, two drains, two hoses.
We don't have a designated wash area. It is a quick coupler in the middle of the rough somewhere that's out of play
Nice.
that some kid came
Ju-
on and
Just
kicked. It was sick. Love
nice.
broken quick couplers from dickhead kids. What is an underrated or low key tournament you would volunteer at?
So what about saying something like working AT&T at Pebble Beach, getting to see like the celebrities and stuff like that? I think that'd be pretty cool because then you
I
get
think
to
it
see
would.
like movie stars and athletes and golfers too.
See, I would do that, but at the Tahoe one, which is the American Century Open, which is only celebrities and professional athletes.
Okay.
That's a
That,
sick
that probably
tournament.
gets out of control, eh?
It's dope. It's not waste management out of control, but it's super fun.
Yeah.
I think that's it for Orty. So, Ort, you're down to 2 questions for
Two
the rest of the
questions.
time.
Yeah, definitely. Happy birthday, Shane Dial. Hope you have a great night, brother. And everybody else, keep those fucking real sharp.
You know what's cool is you didn't even say happy birthday to me, and this episode comes out on Tuesday, which is my birthday.
Okay, happy birthday to Trevor too today. This you're listening to this today on the Tuesday. It's Trev's birthday, so make sure to message him. Let
Good
him know.
fucking Lord.
Yeah,
Oh
happy
no.
birthday, Trevor. What are you,
I'm
22 this year? 23?
16.
16. Oh, finally, he's legal.
Yep. Get my driver's license.
Yeah.
I know. I'm actually going to be 49
Nice.
and a half.
The white beard just hasn't come in yet.
A diet.
Nice.
It's just coffee.
All right, keep him
All
sharp.
right. Sign in line, sign off line in process.
Peace, bro.
Later.
Now, of course, we can't have the Turf Today podcast without talking a little bit about the spray caddy. Now, you're seeing it more and more. I'm sure you are. Whether it's on social media, maybe at some bigger events, maybe your buddies are talking about it, maybe somebody you know has bought one and using it. They're great. They're worth it. They're starting to be sent all over the world to distributors everywhere. This is something you definitely got to get your hands on. Once you start using it, you're going to love it. So check them out, spraycaddy.com.